Bienvenidos a Esperanza Pense, donde la esperanza vence. Welcome to Esperanza Pense, where hope wins. Tomorrow is going to be the first day of July. Rabbit. July 1st, 2025. We're pulling in the energies right now, shuffling our deck, getting ready for a great start to this month. Like I said yesterday, there's a lot of anticipation for Uranus to enter Gemini on the 7th. And on the 4th, Uranus and Venus will be conjunct in the sky. Maybe bringing us some surprises in terms of relationships, romance, money, self-care, stuff like that. We shall see. Oh, what's this? Oh, the devil. This is heavy Capricorn energy. This is definitely toxic relationships for sure. This is definitely these people want to be here because these chains are so loose. They could get free anytime that they want to, but they are having a good time with their naked selves. Oh, is that a thing? Like maybe I can't do that with the YouTube or whatever. No dating, no nakies. But yeah, the devil card is definitely us leaning in more towards our addictive tendencies or more towards our relationships that are a little bit on the codependent side, or leaning into toxic behaviors and patterns that, you know, sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, a little bit of medicine is needed to get the job done. Like sometimes you just have to grind really, really hard and be almost toxically involved, but then you start to become unhealthy in other areas of your life, and that's not a sustainable situation, especially not if you're dealing with somebody else and it's in a relationship regard, which a lot of times so this is flavoring our reading. So with the devil flavoring our reading, basically, you know, we need to be aware also. Oh my gosh, I had this big conversation with my friend the other day, and we were quoting, it's Chef Carl. Actually, I should put a picture. I'll flash a picture of Chef Carl right here. He's awesome. We do open mics together, and maybe I'll flash a little, you know, link there too that you can click on. But Chef Carl is a treasure, and he's in his 70s, I believe, and he is one of my favorite regulars ever when I bartend, and we sit and we just shoot the breeze and we solve all kinds of world issues, Carl and I do. And anyhow, he quoted the movie the other day. Tell me in the comments what movie this is. Can I remember what movie this is? I can't remember, but there's a quote in the movie and a quote from something that said the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was to convince everybody he didn't exist. So yeah, let's be aware that this energy is afoot, and let's be aware if we are wanting that to have power over us, or if we're just going to take our earthly pleasures and, you know, do what we need to do and get in and get out. You know what I mean? All right. Oh, yeah, you got to see my shirt. I'm having fun with these t-shirts. Keep her moving. That's a Charlie Barron's thing. Near past, present tense, and near future. Thank you for fine-tuning your free will and intuition with me. Yay. Two of Pentacles reversed, the Emperor reversed, and Two of Swords reversed. Wow. Well, okay. It looks like we got to focus. No more juggling. Here we can do two things at once. Here we dropped a ball, or something we need to focus on one or the other. We can't keep doing both. This is a nice dance, you know? This person might be wearing a dunce cap though, right? To keep dancing like that, like dance monkey, you know. But this is a flow. This is a good flow. They're in the flow, but I mean it's kind of tumultuous, right? Like look at the ocean in the background. It's like these it's like when this kind of inertia gets going and you have to handle these things and that just keeps going and going, it's hard to get off that hamster wheel. But here we're kind of hopping off the hamster wheel. We might be focusing on just one thing a little bit more specifically and allowing that to cultivate and grow. So that's kind of cool. With the Emperor reversed, especially with the devil flavoring our reading, I would say let's keep our eyes peeled for anybody who's in charge, who is going about things in a negative or even borderline demonic way. I mean, since I do these as general readings, a lot of time it's for the energy that's out there. And with the Uranus going into Gemini, man, Gemini is an air sign. So that's our mind, our thoughts, our data, what we know to be true. Swords in the tarot. The Emperor is Aries energy, and Saturn happens to be in Aries currently. Saturn is bringing us, you know, that big father energy, the all father, the overseer, the structure of society, the stability that keeps us grounded. Saturn, you know, traditionally ruled over Aquarius and Capricorn. Saturn has to do with, you know, the boundaries for humanity. But with the Emperor reversed here, I keep saying that Uranus energy is like overturning energy. Things get overturned. So there might be a person who, with the Emperor upright, we have somebody who's pretty chill, but they're ready to go to battle when necessary. They got their eyes peeled at all times, and he's got his hand in kind of a fist. So, like, he's got his armor on. He's ready to go if he has to. But he has built his empire and is chill enough to understand that he doesn't have to micromanage anybody. Things are just going to roll out the way that they need to because, you know, he's put in the time. He's definitely put in the effort. So he's already kind of paid his dues, and now he can sit in his throne and sort of oversee things. With the Emperor reversed, we have somebody who might be grasping for their control. They might be grasping to control others. They might be a more controlling person in general. The Emperor reversed can also mean that somebody is getting like kind of scooted off their throne a little bit. Maybe they're aging and they're not aging gracefully, or maybe they're losing some of their virility or some of their power, okay? Get that man a blue pill. All right, Two of Swords reversed is going to be, again, kind of like the Two of Pentacles, like upright. This is going to be stasis. This is going to be, you know, maintaining the two at once and staying in a state of suspension. This is not a state of motion, but it's still a state of suspension, right? The water behind this character is a lot calmer than the water behind this character, but still, this person can't maintain this posture forever. I mean, even if you just like put your arms out for any length of time, like eventually that's going to get really hard to do. And these swords look like really large. They actually look like Dead Wolf's swords. He works with saber swords. He has a channel, and this looks like two swords at once. I guess you got to pick your favorite sword and go with it. But with the Two of Swords reversed, that's what we're doing in the near future. Like we're swords in the tarot, like I mentioned before, represent our thoughts, our ideas, our logic, our data. And maybe we got data and decided that, okay, I can't hold two things in my head at once. I'm just going to have to go with one belief and be done with it. Here, we're kind of trying to be impartial. Here, we're kind of like indecisive. Here we're blind, okay? But here decisions are being made and our thoughts are being cast, and we're going with the information that we now have, even if it kind of has overturned us a little bit. I mean, at least if we're aware that this is happening, then there's especially in terms of like, I'm thinking like government and people in power because of the Emperor there. All right. So I don't think this is a reading that we need to take too personally. I mean, none of them are. It's entertainment purposes, but A lot of times when I'm reading for general, it's the energetic vibe for the day, I guess. So maybe let's keep our eyes peeled for the news and see what happens. Maybe in your life too. Maybe you have a boss or somebody that you have to deal with who's exerting their power in a negative way, and they might need to be kind of overturned a little bit. We might be able to see any Capricorn energy in our life that's becoming a little too earthy, and we might want to have to do our prayers a little bit more, or sort of go more towards our spirit. Sometimes we can get a little too earthbound, and we love to feel grounded, but we also want to let our spirit soar so that our earth bodies can heal themselves a little bit better, because we need all the help we can get, right? Okay, thank you, love you, bye. If you'd like a personal reading, then the cards will speak to you personally, and then I think that the message would be even clearer. Peace. See you next time.